are not delayed any longer. Second game, semifinal, France-Turkey. Let's go.
Here we go. And once again, it'll be Turkey in the red and Les Bleus in the white. Phenomenal stuff. An early 3, first blood for the French.
All right, let's see what's going to happen right here. Trying to get here to the left. Aaron crossing it over. Definitely playing a little bit more cautious this time. Not going in so fast on that break. But again, was able to get a little space, opened the lane, but didn't go for the lay. I didn't think he was contested there. But giving that to Cato the problem, you know that guy's solution. Jamboy deadly from behind the arc. Great defense by France. And that's a D3, but unable to knock it down.
Right. That was nearly from the front row, the crowd right there. Really nice, quick turnover here from Turkey and taking the timeout, so they'll get another crack at this. Already we're starting to see the game plan from Turkey, which is we're going to play this at our pace. The French came out with blistering offense and defense in the first game, shut out to a big lead early on. Turkey doing everything they can right now to just play the game at their own pace. We saw Tanzu immediately talking to the lads, calming them down after the end of the game, and probably, more than likely saying, let's play our game, not France's game. So far, we're seeing that here.
All right, 3-2, and I see some youngins right there in the back here, eFIBA World Final, watching intently to this game, wondering what is going on. This is NBA 2K24. This is the eFIBA World Finals. 61 nations came in. 8 was able to travel here to Jönköping, Sweden, and now we got the Final Four with a €50,000 prize pool. We're trying to find out who is that eFIBA World Final champion. Turkey, France have some real bad blood. It's been a rivalry to the ends of time. Unable to knock it down, but a foul behind the 3.
And we're about to see another trio of free throws right here. Woo! Battle missing that one right there. Won't be happy with himself. Missing the second one. Not quite sure what's up with him. Normally a deadly shooter is able to bang home the third and tie up the game at 3 apiece.
Tied up the third. X-Zinx right now with the hoodie on, so focused, really what he has to do for his team in the sense of he's always been that, filler player, all right? There's something called a role player when it comes to basketball. When you got your role, you fulfill it, and he's doing it beautifully. And you see T.R. Tanzu representing New York, by the way. You see that hat right there? That's my hometown. That's me.
Woo. Loving it. And here we go. Breaker to beast, handing it off to Mamba. Destiny wide open, misses the 3. So some uncharacteristic nerves here potentially from both sets of players. Not striking a green, missing those shots. But Turkey will be a lot happier with the way this game has started compared to game number 1 because it's being played at their pace, Vince.
Let's talk about placement because on the right side is where Destiny is definitely comfortable. By a nice little slam by Turkey, 5-3, trying to get a little bit of lead. Definitely a different start. Don't forget, France came out about 8-10 zip against Turkey. And I always talk about when you dig that hole, now you have to climb out. Sometimes you can do it in your hands, but then you're going to need a ladder, and it gets harder and harder. And Turkey is not going to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, big time as Warnos cuts the baseline there, kicks it back out to Mamba. Mamba finding Zinx, cut along the baseline from Destiny. Oh, gorgeous reverse layup right there in traffic. A lot harder than it looks, folks, even from that range to stroke a green. Really impressive, but cagey type game right here. Of course, Turkey knows we see more stifling French defense take away the passing lane, pushing up the court here to Zinx, who misses as Cato gets the board. Turkey losing, they're going home. France winning, they're in. Everything to play for.
Everything to play for right here. Ren giving the Cato the problem. Nice little shuttle pass in traffic, though. Love battle dead. Look at that hand in the face. And I love, look at the face paint right there. A little skull in the corner. All right. Pro-Am mode, customize it at its finest. Jamboy, Miller behind the back. That's a mid-range, but unable to do a beautiful offensive rebound by Love battle dead. And a block by France. Defense powerhouse. Let's keep it going.
And of course, who other than Mamba out, who eats up the boards and getting a great rejection right there. He just is everywhere for this French team. Tight game though, Vince. 5-5. Turkey will be a lot happier with this one so far as we get a foul and it rims out. It always rims out. That never drops in.
Nah, the gods of basketball says no. All right? But every time you got to go to that free throw line, you got to make it because there's a reason why they call free. No one's on you, baby. 6-5. A minute 41 left in the first. This is a whole different ball game, Chris.
Yeah, big time. Big man, make free throw. There we go. Iran trying to bring the ball up the court. We're seeing that full court pressure from France. Really, really good stuff. Maybe get a sneaky steal or good rotational defense as well. Look at him try to take away the pass lanes. Jamboy trying to work an open shot, hands it off again. They're very patient, the Turkish team. 2 to shoot, has to pull up. It's a miss, great board, great dunk and put back right there from, of course, Kato, the solution.
Ooh, yeah, two-handed slammer jammer, but that was just nasty because it was just real powerful. Coming up 2 feet and just a standing dunk, but then he's just basically making sure everyone, he's aware that he's down low and he's ready to do his job. That's his role on that Turkish team. All right, but Mamba out. Big fella coming down the lane. All parted it, but couldn't really finish it. At Sinks, giving a shuttle pass to Warnox. What's going on? That's a shot clock violation? Yes, it is. Beautiful defense by Turkey.
That was really impressive defense, rotationally as well. There was just not an open man anywhere. Tanzu obviously leading from the front. When he starts to get steals, look out, man. That's quite often the way that the game can change, just literally on a dime because of him. Really impressive stuff from both teams. Obviously, defensively, both playing a little cagey as well, right, Vince? I mean, this is about as high stakes as it gets right here.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. But let's see what's going to happen with Breaker the Beast, because again, this man also playing his role, being that point guard, taking up that ball, making sure everybody has a chance to touch the rock, and that's the unselfishness of France, okay? Look at that ball movement, all right? At least 2 to 3 passes first, but sometimes that can hurt you, all right? You can't be too unselfish. You got to get a little angry, a little inner with you. You got to have some kind of ego so you can score and come out on top when it comes to these games.
Yeah, big time, right? I mean, take the game to the opponent. As we see, Iran is just going to milk this clock all the way down. Try and find Jamboy from 45, banging it home. That'll be all too fresh in French memories right there. 2.8 to shoot. Can the French have the final say of the quarter? They do. It rims out. But so far, 1 quarter in the books, 10-6 to Turkey. Trying to force a game 3 here, Vince.
I know everyone watching, you're not hearing it, but our friends are being real vocal. They're making sure everyone can hear them, okay? This is an in-person event, so you have to make sure that everyone can know what you're doing. You're not in your living room. You're not in your bedroom. You're right next to your compadre, right next to the person in arms that you're going to battle with, and that compassion is going to transfer throughout the entire team. Make sure that energy is felt. But great defense by Turkey. Smart transition foul to stop it.
Yeah, without a doubt, of course. I mean, Jamboy is now activated. Will go to the line. Look out if he gets rolling right here. Turkey looking for heroes of their own in this one, but they find themselves up by 7. They'll be thoroughly impressed with the way they've conducted themselves here as we see a rare miss from Jamboy, just enough defensively from the French to make him miss.
Mamba eating the gum-gum fruit, a beautiful stretch rebound, all right? Getting real acrobatic with it. Breaking the Beast, whoa! Blowing out candles with that air ball. It ain't your birthday, man. Make sure you hit that stick right.
And again, a low-scoring game here, but the pace is definitely favoring Turkey. I think France would like to get back to that frenetic trading basket kind of pace there from game number 1 as we get a foul on the shot. And Kato, the problem, is going to find himself Kato on the line. Can he bang it home? Yes, he can.
All right, let's see right now. Them free throws are going to be key. And Turkey definitely being the dominant force in this second game. Because as you said, they know what's going to happen if they lose. They're not ready to get on that flight. They're not ready to say, oh, I want to get USA. We talked about it with Kato, the problem. He says he wants USA. That's what he wants. And it's right in front of him. You're not going to let France take it away. But France, knowing that they have a possibility to do it, but beautiful defense by Turkey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Kato the problem with a really nice steal and a deep shot here from Jamboy. That would have just been filthy had that gone in. Interesting stuff. Nice dunk, and the French needed that, man. That was their first bucket of the second quarter, Vince.
And also, you got to hear from the coaching staff and also the French Basketball Federation showing support for these amazing players here. They're definitely here to be there for them every step of the way. I mean, they've been freshed out with the gear, but they got to make sure they play as well as they look.
Here we go, battle from the corner, dropping in the 3. It's 18-8, and honestly, it is night and day. The French team that we saw in game number 1 are nowhere to be seen here, Vince. Turkey, we looked over, we saw Tanzu just calming down the troops and saying, lads, we got this, play our game. Likewise, on the French side, we saw Coach saying, dude, calm down, don't get too fired up, great win. But so far, as we see Mamba fight for that board, it has been all Turkey in this one.
X-Mamba out, keeping it alive, and then Destiny fulfilling it right there in that corner. But again, just a long two. Just a little bit behind that arc with a three-pointer. But 18-8. Again, we have learned that 10 points is nothing in NBA 2K. You can come back anytime. And there's a lot of minutes left in this one right here. Only 2:30 left in the second. We got a full second half after this. Love Battle Dead controlling it. Jamboy mid-range, but can't knock it down.
Rare miss for him as well, so the French will be happy with this. They've got a couple of stops now and an opportunity to just chip away at this lead. Mamba thought he was going to go route one all the way for a big dunk right there. Pulls it up, and of course nearly loses the rock, but then picks it up and throws down a two-handed dunk. Epic stuff from Mamba out.
Man got more bungees than a bungee, baby. That's beautiful, all right? I'm about to jump off a cliff with him right here because, man, that was fantastic. Two-handed slam, and then a revenge dunk by Turkey. That's all I want to see.
A little flex celly right there at the end as well. Fantastic stuff. No love lost between these two competitors here. France and Turkey know each other so well, and so far it has been Turkey in game number one after a fantastic French win in game number two. This one, I get the feeling, Vince, is going to come down to the wire yet again.
It's definitely going to come down to the wire. Breaker the Beast trying to find out his man X-Zinx. I love this role player right here. Warnock's got a lot in his chest. Living him all by himself. That's a three. Now it's a 5-point deficit. They're starting to creep back.
Really great ball movement there from the French as well. Just playing it patient, finding his spot, knocking down the three. That's exactly what the doctor ordered here. Battle live open. Couldn't get it to drop.
Great. Oh my goodness, may that be an intentional foul. See how hard that man pushed him, only knocked out one of the people on the spectator line. Look at that.
He just gave him a little hip action right there. Nothing wrong with that. But here we go. The French now have really chipped away at this lead, have an opportunity to draw into just a single possession here if they can jet some points. 12 to shoot. Breaker the Beast, whose name we haven't really called too much in game number one or two. Mamba out. Gorgeous cut. Points in the paint.
That right there is court vision. This man had that eagle eye, seeing the big fella cut right down the lane, understanding that's going to be a slam no matter what. High percentage shot and beautiful basketball IQ. That's what I love about watching this game.
Fantastic stuff as we see the ball slapped away there by Warnos. Nice screen there by Cato. The problem, they didn't go to him. It's going to be a gorgeous three, and the Turks have been quiet for a little while there. Hadn't heard much out of them to our left either here, Vince, but they needed that three just to push the lead back to 6.
X-Mamba out is activated. Playmaker, let's see what he's going to do. Breaker the Beast playing with his food, but all of a sudden Mamba out, rising to the top and bringing down the rim. Big fella showing what he can do.
You love to see it, mate. He has really shown up, hasn't he, for the French here in both of these games. Phenomenal stuff. The lead is 4. There's a 6-second differential between game clock and play clock, which means Iran is still going to try and milk it to have the final word here in the first half. And that's a fantastic movement off the ball from Jamboy, who banks home another 3. He has looked deadly in game number 2 for Turkey.
Jamboy is that hidden sniper from Turkey. You know how deadly it is when it comes to that shot. You got to put a hand up. Even when you do it, he'd be like, hand up, so what? But he's going up, and is this a foul going up? No, it's the end of the first, and man, this has been, in your words, a cagey matchup. 26-19.
Yep.
These teams are battling.
Yeah, without a doubt. Look, the French are going away to their credit. However, Turkey have well and truly turned the script around. They have. They're playing at their pace. They're dictating this game, which is exactly what they want. They don't panic, man. That is one of their traits. They'll give you the full 4 quarters, and they do not panic. They are going to be looking to push a third and decisive game, thinking, hey, we've won best of 3s before. We've been here before. We're going to do it again. We don't have to wait much longer to find out, though. Here we go. Jamboy. Oh, they left him open a little bit there. Corner shooter was there. Smart timeout to avoid the offensive 3-second.
Very smart indeed. All right, 26-19. Again, this is a rivalry from Europe. If you don't know, these teams have met many times, and Turkey always comes out on top. But now the French are trying to reap their revenge by they winning the first one of this round robin best of 3. But let's see if Tanzu is going to be able to do an amazing job leading his team, because the big fella gets a slam, 28-19.
Really nice dunk right there. Yeah, and look, Turkey are going to do that, man. They're going to take their points from you any way that they can. We got activations on both sides of the ball, though. Have a look at Breaker the Beast, finding Mamba out with a gorgeous block right there from Cato on Mamba, though. As he was activated, just shows how good that defense was, as we see a foul, a reach in there trying to scoop that ball out.
Straight rejection. But right now, Turkey with the possession. Let's see what they can do. Keeping it calm and collected. They're not rushing anything. But beautiful defense from France. Warnock's coming out the right side. Destiny, that's his sweet spot, but unable to do it.
Wow, Rim's out there. He'll be kicking himself. You know, normally such a reliable player from the wing right there. Smart timeout before he falls out of bounds. But so far, so good for Turkey, man. They are just going to plot slowly but surely their way through this third quarter if they can, hold on to this lead, then strangle out the game in the fourth to force the third and deciding game. France, on the other hand, are really hoping that it starts to turn into a bit of a shootout, a free-flowing game, matches their style a little better.
Now Jamboy has 12 points, also 4 steals. Seeing how defensive he is, definitely trying to get that pressure on France, trying to get that possession. But Jamboy again, but beautiful offensive board by Love Battle Dead. Jamboy again, the confidence, cross pass, kind of dangerous, all right? Iran just getting a little cross, playing with his food, was left him like a bad relationship, but then airballs it terrible.
Here we go. The 9-point lead, a quick foul there to stop the transition. Mate, we're 90 seconds into the third quarter and we've had 1 bucket. Just shows how tight this game is right here, Vince. Breaker to Beast going to take the inbound. He hasn't been able to get rolling. They've definitely taken him away as a weapon. As we see a gorgeous three-pointer right there from the French in the corner. Destiny working his magic.
Destiny fulfilling it every time he's in that corner. And you got to get him out of there. That's his sweet spot. This man's going to get a cavity, all right? But nobody wants to give him any contestation on it. But Jamboy, another amazing shot. Losing the cookies, but getting the recovery. Fantastic. Running down that almost steal. Iran giving it to the corner. Love Battle Dead. Revenge three right there. Hey, if you can do it, I can do it better.
Wow, what a shot. Guys, you got to understand, anyone watching at home or seeing 2K for the first time, the timing required to make that shot from the corner with a defender flying at you, getting a hand up, is absolutely finite, and he gets it done. Fantastic skills on display from both sets of shooters as Destiny can't quite match it, but there's Big Mamba out getting an offensive board. Good defense yet again here from the Turks. Kicks it back out and a smart timeout.
Smart timeout, 11 seconds left on the shot clock. I see the support right now. France trailing just about a little bit, but Turkey definitely have to keep this lead. France has that ability to get some retaliation when it comes to NBA 2K, but we have to know if they are ready to face United States if they win.
Well, see, like Turkey, they don't have any negative ego. What I mean by that is they don't care if they beat you 31-22. They're all about getting the win and dictating the game. So you see an off-balance three, rim out, nearly dropped in there for the French. That would have been spectacular. Here comes Jamboy, and I fully expect him to just show us now that iconic Turkish trait, which is to slow the game right down, milk every single possession, Vince, and take the points on offer.
Controlling the pace of the game. I said that before. Here's the thing. If you play fast, you try to make your opponent play fast. If you play slow, you make them play slow because that may not be their game plan. And once you control the pace and get that momentum toward your team, then you become in control of who's going to win. But as you said, Turkey, very, very fundamental. They know what to do here. They have designated plays. They know who can score. They know who can rebound. And right there, an open shot, but unable to convert. But they got the shot they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Tanzer will be kicking himself. Normally knocks those down. Good defense. Hands up in the passing lane right there. It's going to be a French inbound here. They will just be trying to set themselves up for a run at the Turks here in the fourth. This final 1:45 here to play in the third. They just need to chip away at this lead a little bit so they're within touching distance. But that Turkish defense, it's stifling, man. It's hot, it's humid, and it's sticky.
Yes, it is. And let's see what we're going to do on this side. Turkey, nice little mid-range and stroking the green again. Oh, my goodness. Definitely balling out. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, the French are just having a conversation amongst themselves there. Just like in real-life basketball, players use the timeouts just to get back on the same page, maybe to address like a critical point, communicate it clearly, and here they come. Final 90 seconds here of the third quarter. It is game number 2. You see that little green dot next to the French flag? They took game number 1 in impressive style, it has to be said. Had a scare in the fourth, but Turkey really, really domineering in this game right here. The sticky defense is showing up. The pace is there for Turkey, and so far, so good. They'll be really feeling good about their chances to push a third and deciding game here, Vince.
All right, if you don't know, but now you know. You're tuning in to a beautiful three from Turkey. right down from the range of the Yellowstone. That was great. But I was going to say, Philippines watching intently, finding out who they're going to play next for the third round bout. They're trying to get that bronze medal.
Man, he was so far away, he took that 3 from Istanbul. Are you kidding me? All the way back. Phenomenal stuff. The lead is 14, and knowing what we know about them, as Breaker rattles one out, Mamba with another fantastic board, Destiny hitting it. We know that Turkey can defend a lead so well, Vince. They love to control the clock. This is going to be a real hellraiser of a fourth quarter here for the French, while Turkey try to hold on.
Love the layup because there can only be one. But I want to know is that Turkey is right. You're actually right with Turkey. What I mean by they make the clock another teammate, right? They're going to realize, okay, look, we don't need to score a lot of points. We just have to remain in the lead. So we're going to try our best. We're going to get it down to about 4 seconds every time we're on an offense possession, using that shot clock and game clock. As a friend, as I just said, 3 seconds left in that shot clock and knocking it down. That's a big brain player there, basketball IQ at its finest.
I will never understand how Jamboy goes uncovered against the French. I'll never understand it. You can draw me stick figures. I just don't get it. That is the one man you got to cover. He's had a great game here. Big old dunk right there from Mamba out, saying we will not go quietly into the night. Looks like the French are going to have the final say here in the third, unless that miracle shot goes in. But everything to play for here. A 13-point lead for Turkey. The French trying to avoid a third game, trying to get a clean sweep. Turkey trying to force said game.
Anything can happen. Ex-Mamba out on top of the key. You know this man is a playmaker. Breaker the beast with the nice blue ice creams. Lift to the right. Okay, goes to the left behind the back. X-Zinks trying to get into the center of the court. Was going to get that mid-range. Give to Warnox in the corner. Beautiful pump fake. X-Zinks being elemental, being fundamental, but unable to get it, and then on turnover to Turkey.
Really great steal right there from Turkey. Phenomenal defense. It's really shown up in this second game. They need that. It travels well. If they can bring it for the third, they'll be feeling really, really good about their chances as we get our first offensive charge right there. No, okay, they're going to call block and foul. Zebras going the way of Turkey in this one.
All right, Jamboy almost to 20 points, got 17 for the game. He's definitely been a offensive bruiser for Turkey, but Iran activated, sharpshooter. Is he going to take it? No, gets it to the big fella, but then on smart play, turnover to France to see if he's going to convert from here. Can't get it, Warnox from 3, but beautiful offensive rebound by Mamba out and then slamming it home.
Yeah, just put it back, get back on defense. Phenomenal stuff from the French. They'll really be in favor of a free-flowing game like that. Vince trying to get some quick stops, some quick transition buckets, chip away at this Turkish lead. On the flip side, Iran is literally just going to milk this as long as he can. Like his shots there, but love battle with a great offensive board. They get to hit the reset button. Tanzu, Captain Courageous with the dunk, and the 13-point lead is restored.
Dunked it on 3 players of the France. That right there is, again, confidence. Breaker the beast, trying to make something work here. 28-41. This lead is commanding, but it's not a definite win. Breaker the beast now. Keeping the possession, keeping the dribble, trying to get a pick from Ex-Mamba out. Right now going to the basket, pick and roll, and now a foul outside and then going to the lane. Let's see what we can do when it comes to this free throw. Breaker the beast, knocking it down. That's what you do as a guard. You got one more. Let's just make this lead a little less, and it's only 11 points.
Phenomenal stuff right here. Great free throws. The pressure is on the full court press coming in here from the French. They need stops, they need buckets. Turkey find themselves in the driver's seat, familiar territory for them, Vince. This is exactly when they game plan what they want to achieve, which is dictating the pace of the game as Cato throws in another 2 points late, and that's exactly what they want.
Big fella against big fella. Ex-Mamba out has a double-double right now. 11-11, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Been a key factor for France as well. Again, controlling the tempo, giving it from the top of the key. Breaker the beast. Does he have it? Nope. It's off the mark, and a great defensive rebound by Turkey.
Yeah, and let's take nothing away from the Turks as well in their ability to take Breaker the Beast off the board. In game number 1, the rest of the French players stood up to be counted. They kind of filled in that gap, that scoring machine that was Breaker the Beast. Hasn't necessarily been able to just show his own in this one, but that's because Turkey are fully aware of how dangerous he is as Tanzu banks home one from the shoulder right there. They know he's dangerous. They take that tool away from you. They make you win in other ways.
Now watch this full court pressure. Even though they have the lead, Turkey is taking no chances. They're going to make sure they solidify this win so we can go to a game 3, and that is going to be a do or die. If you're just tuning in, this is the second semifinal, the eFIBA World Finals, Turkey versus France. USA took out the Philippines. They're going to the championship, but right now we're trying to find out who's going to meet them, and also we're going to have a third-place game between the Philippines and the loser of this one.
Yeah, big time. And just watch what they're doing here, man. Iran is really happy as we see a nice pull-up and a gorgeous jump shot right there. Iran is happy to trade time for points. They don't mind. The lead is now 17. They've probably done enough. I believe we're looking at a game 3 here, Vince. And the Turks will be thinking, let's rinse, let's repeat. It'll be really great to see the behind-the-scenes footage. Another tremendous steal. Behind-the-scenes footage from the coaches in between this and the third game to see how they are reacting, what they're saying. A 19-point commanding lead right here for the Turks. They got to be feeling good.
I don't know if you can watch it, but love Battle Dead from Turkey getting emotional, showing all it right there on that screen, and they're also extending this lead, all right? 49-30. Hey, man, you get up by 20, you good.
We saw a couple of DJ Khaled leans around the monitor and pointing the old finger at the French opponents there. They're going to let them know, man, right now, letting the game speak for itself. 19-point Turkish lead. The French have just not shown up in this second half at all, Vince.
Not at all, but again, you got another game going. You got to have memory of a goldfish. It's over, it happened, on to the next, because the next one is going to be one of the most important games of your life here in Jönköping. Sweden with a nice slammer jammer by Turkey, 51-30.
And I bet Tanzu's saying to Kato, dude, kick that back out. Let's take another 10 seconds off the clock. But Kato's like, no, I must dunk. And he does it. 21-point lead here for the Turks. Phenomenal effort from them. Who is going to stand up as we see Mamba out doing what he does, which is points in the paint, gobbling up the glass? Who is going to show up now in game number 3 for the French? Like you said, wipe that slate clean, hit the reset button psychologically so they get a backcourt violation right there. Who's going to show up for them? Who's going to score the points? Because I'm here to tell you, they're going to take Breaker the Beast off the board yet again, the Turks. Somebody has to stand up for the French. Who will it be?
There's going to be some unsung heroes of this tournament for sure. X-Sinks, I'm going to be watching them all next game. 35-51, 35 seconds left in the fourth. It's safe to say Turkey is going to take game 2 and going to be forcing that game 3, and they'll have a date with USA basketball, which I know right now is watching the game, is getting geared and ready.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that French performance in game number 1, though, Vince, I wasn't sure what was going to happen here in game number 2. I thought they'd finally found that secret sauce, as we see an attempted alley-oop there for beating Turkey. But, man, Turkey just showing their world-class, as they always do, right? Shame on me for ever doubting it as Mamba out throws home another dunk. They're just such a great team, man. They play the full 4 quarters as Kato, the solution, hangs off the rim like a sloth right there. It is going to be a comprehensive victory here